This looks like what remains of a house. You can see maybe a doorway and several rooms. It's 10 to 5 a.m. Sleepy town and foggy town. We can't even see, we can't even make out Newfoundland over there. Really early because I need to catch the ferry this morning. Because I'm on a motorcycle, I depend on the weather. And I couldn't make any reservation. So I'm gonna show up and try to get on the boat. I didn't see many motorcycles, so I think I'm gonna be lucky. Departure is at 8 a.m. Newfoundland time, which means 6:30 a.m. in Quebec, and check-ins starts 2 hours early. So I woke up at 3:30. Some breakfast, coffee, muffin, bagels with croton, orange juice and a yogurt. Crossing time is about 1 hour and 45 minutes. It's gonna leave plenty of time to tell you about today's plans. That's not too bad. Took 15 minutes. I've got a number. Now let's find out if there's room. Good morning.
Good morning. Your number, please. The park in front of the tractor trailers.
In front of them?
Yeah, and left right outside, close to the fence.
Right, okay. Thank you, have a good day. Yay! Am I the first one? Am I? Woo! Now we wait a little more than an hour. See what's inside the belly of the beast. I would like to say I survived the Trans-Labrador highway, but it's paved now. It was tougher in the past. I read stories about death, dislocated shoulders, and many flat tires, crashes. Once I'm off the boat, I'm gonna ride north to Lansomido, which is what's left of Viking remains, the first traces of European human activity on the continent. At that speed I get to see the landscape.
Yeah.
It's not too fast.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're here to see stuff. You don't need to go by at this high speed, right?
Yeah.
You have to take your time, right? You can't go fast, so you want to enjoy it.
Thanks. Welcome to Newfoundland! First reaction? Extremely windy. Those guys on the GSs, they're heading south. They're gonna cross the island in 3 days. I'm gonna take my time, look around, take some nice pictures and videos. Let's hit it! Lansomedos was discovered in the 1960s. It's a 1,000 years old village that was built for trading routes between what's now New Brunswick and Greenland and Iceland. What's even surprising is this base camp was only there for 10 years. Archaeologists suppose the Vikings left because their relationship with the Aboriginals declined, and yeah, they just burned everything down so no one else could use those houses. They've discovered this site by studying the North Sagas, following all the hints left behind. And when they asked the local people, they told them this was known as the old Indian camp. The Vikings could have settled anywhere, but they chose this very specific piece of land because it was easy to find while traveling. They relied on landmarks. That's how they found their way. This looks like what remains of a house You can see maybe a doorway and several rooms.
Nice, eh?
Yeah, it was blue. Yeah. So when we received him, his fur was a navy blue.
Well, I can tell you it's really hot inside. It's a reconstitution. They've built it from what they excavated and built it as they would in the past. I think it's covered in dirt and grass. Really keeps the heat inside. Gonna get outside. It's too hot. Back in the big hall, there was that history student, very knowledgeable. I kept harassing him with questions. He would answer them all. I ran out of questions. But did you know, just to make one nail for the boats, it would take 2 months for someone to just mine some iron. In today's money, that would equal to $15,000. So you can imagine the price of just a boat. And this time, the wealthiest were the farmers, because it was just tough to have crops in Scandinavia. So they would act as banks and loan money to finance those raids. Also, in those houses, the higher the rank, the closest it would be from the fireplace. Each household could have to a maximum of 6 slaves. They stopped at that number to prevent revolts. How thoughtful. First impression of Newfoundland is different. It feels old. It feels history rich. Sorry about the wind. Yeah, magical because of all those meadows. There's something in the air. So if you get the chance to be here, it's something not to be missed. Take a plane, do something. I'm so starving. I'm up since before sunrise. I'm looking for the called daily catch, which have been recommended. I've heard it's very, very good. It is. Well, that fish and chips was everything I had hoped for. They even had a moose rolls. I had to try those. It was it was grounded, a bit dry, tasted like beef really. But yeah, they're doing that because they've got a moose problem. Like the rabbits and camels in Australia. They've introduced them. They brought them on the island, and now it's a problem. They could show up all day, all night. Yeah. Lucky me, first motel I visit, I've got the last room they've got. I'm shattered. I'm up since 4 a.m. First impression of Newfoundland is great. People are nice. Wow, so far there's history. It's super windy, but at least there's no flies. Still have this knocking sound. It's not the chain. I had to clean it every single day because it was so humid outside and raining, to prevent corrosion and that sort of things. I don't know. Maybe the chain is too tight. I think it's. What do you think? There's not even an inch of room. I will have to have it serviced as soon as possible. Anyway, see you in the next video. Cheers!